And let's go straight across now to our special correspondent Idris Loan, who has been tracking the very latest coming in. Thanks very much for being here, Idris. Let me begin by asking you to share with us the latest that you're picking up. Who all have reached the site so far?
Well, one of the most unfortunate and brutal incidents that have taken place in the history of Kashmir Valley. Never have we seen tourists being attacked in such a manner. And we're standing right now in Pahalgam, and I'll ask my cameraman to show you that security has been beefed up across Pahalgam. Not only Jammu and Kashmir Police, Indian Army, paramilitary forces, but para-commandos have also been brought in to basically cordon off the whole area where the incident took place. At the moment, we're being told from our official sources that 27 people have been killed. 27 people, which includes majority of them are tourists. There are domestic tourists, as well as we are being told some could be international tourists as well. There are some locals who have been killed as well. That is what we are hearing from our official sources. It is not being made official at the moment. It seems like the Home Minister will be reaching Kashmir Valley in a while. Seems like he might be making the announcement about the whole attack and what exactly transpired at the Baisaran area. If I tell you about the other dignitaries, the Chief Minister of Jammu and Kashmir, Umar Abdullah, will be reaching the spot as well. We already saw the Health and Education Minister Sakina Yattu visiting both the hospitals, one in Pahalgam, another one in Anantnag, taking stock of the situation. However, she said that one person has died, while as 13 people are injured. On the other hand, if we talk about Pahalgam as such, it has been one of the most peaceful places, even at top of the insurgency. These are the mountains which have never seen this kind of brutality before. This is the first time such an incident taking place, especially with tourists who come and visit, because tourists have not been touched in many years of insurgency as well. There have been not targeted attacks like these before, but this one, it seems that militants knew where to attack. They knew that they are going to attack the civilian population, and that's what exactly they did. On the other hand, if we talk about the mountain range, this is the same range which connects the south of Kashmir to the range of Poonch, Rajouri belt, which connects it to the international border. We've seen in the last 6 months, there has been movement of foreign militants from across the border in those areas. And those are the militants who basically keep moving from one mountain range to another mountain range. And it seems a group of those militants, what we are hearing from the ground and eyewitness account is also that 4 to 5 militants were present who were involved in this firing incident. While as looking at the situation at the moment, we are seeing that security being beefed up all across Pahalgam. We're at the corner of the Pahalgam right now, where we've been stopped. The whole media has been stopped here, but security forces brought in huge numbers, while as all the tourists who were in the Baisaran area have been evacuated from there.
Right, Idris, as we continue to get you the latest coming from on the ground, viewers, just a quick update here. Sources revealing the death toll at this point standing at 27 people who've lost their lives as a result of that dastardly terror attack taking place in Jammu and Kashmir. And as our correspondent Idris was just pointing out and telling us more about the area where this attack took place, Idris, just for the benefit of our viewers, if you can lay out the topography of that area and what the usual security over there really looks like.
Well, we are right now at the entry point of the Pahalgam. This is where Pahalgam starts. And as you can see, just on my right side, I'll ask my cameraman, there are bunkers, there are security checkpoints that are placed all across this place. As you can see right now, also there's a lot of movement that we are seeing on the ground. A lot of security forces being brought in, some of them coming down. We've also seen injured being brought in from from the Baisaran area. But if we talk about the security apparatus here in Pahalgam, as I said, it's been one of the most peaceful areas. And security has always been beefed up here because this is also one of the major routes for main routes actually for the Amarnath Yatra that starts during the peak summer period. And in the last 4 or 5 years, we've seen that security forces taking utmost care with regard especially to the higher reaches of the Pahalgam Valley, where we have seen security being beefed up. Nonetheless, I'm sure security forces must have had some input about the presence of these militants in the higher reaches, but not in middle of the Pahalgam where tourists actually go and enjoy, because never has it happened before that the places where tourists go, they've been made target. And in this case, it seems that militants knew that they're going to attack the tourists because they were in huge numbers. Militants as well as the tourists and locals were present at Baisaran. They were enjoying. Meanwhile, we're being told that from one of the forests, these militants came down and later on asked these people to stand and shot them from point blank range. That is what we are hearing from the eyewitness sources. However, the official confirmation about the whole incident will be given by the Home Minister of India, Amit Shah, when he arrives.
Indeed. Stay on with us, Idris. Let's just take a listen in to this eyewitness account. This eyewitness in Pahalgam who saw her husband being shot at in front of her eyes.
बोले ना मुझे
थी क्या बोलते भेलपुरी खा रही थी मेरा पति साइड में था एक इंसान है उसने उसको गोली मार दी
यहाँ पे
उसने बोला कि ये शायद मुस्लिम नहीं है उसने उसको गोली मार दी.
That horrific ordeal that's been shared by that eyewitness there. Idris, since you are at the site and you've been talking to those around you as well, if you can just lay out for our viewers what you have picked up from those who were present at the spot so far.
Well, as I said, it's been one of the most brutal attacks that not only tourists but even in the history of Kashmir, we've never seen such an attack taking place where so many casualties have taken place, as well as this is an attack on the tourists directly, where militants knew that tourists will be gathered at the Baisaran area and they targeted them from point blank range with brutality. We've been talking to some of the people who've been brought in from the Baisaran area, and they're all in shock. They're all in so much shock that they don't know what exactly happened. They were enjoying with their family members. They'd gone to enjoy, because Baisaran, if I tell you, just behind this vehicle is a mountain range where the tourists basically go to enjoy. There is a ropeway there which people go to enjoy, and the trekkers especially, there's a trekking ground on that from that place as well, where a lot of people, not only domestic but international tourists, also come because that is one of the most known treks in the Kashmir Valley. Little did they know that this kind of an incident will take place in such a place in Baisaran area, which has never seen any kind of attack on the tourists. We've seen in the last many years, we've seen attacks taking place on Amarnath Yatris or security forces, like the Pulwama attack that took place in 2019, which was a very brutal attack, but not on the civilian population. This is one of the most brutal attacks that has taken place in the history of Kashmir on the tourists who are visiting. And if we talk about the tourism, it was picking up. The winter tourism was great. Spring, we saw the tulip garden, saw over 5 lakh people visiting just in around 20 days, and they were expecting more people. So it seems like the target also is to hit the economy of Kashmir, to hit the peace tourism that has been going on from the last many years now.
Right, Idris, we'll just come back to you. Let's just play out for our viewers more of these eyewitness accounts that have been coming in, and the horror that they had to go through and what they saw around them.